Hello students, in today's video we are going to study about economic conditions. Growth of business depends upon prevailing and supportive economic conditions. Economic conditions in a country should be developed in such a manner that they help for growth and development of business. So let us study which are these economic conditions which are necessary for growth of business. First one is agriculture. Now agriculture, we know that it is a basic industry. Agriculture provides food for the people. Not only that, but it also provides raw materials to industries. For any industry to manufacture goods, raw material is very important, and this raw material we get from agriculture. So it is very important that agricultural industry is properly developed so that it not only feeds the people but also provides required raw materials so that goods can be manufactured of good quality and it can be sold in the market, and thereby business organization can earn profit. So growth of business is dependent on strong agricultural support. Next is infrastructure. Now infrastructure includes road facility, transportation system, communication facilities, power, storage, warehousing, etc., which are very important for a business. Just imagine if there are no proper roads. So if roads are not there, then it is very difficult for a business organization to get goods from one place to another, because if there are no proper roads, there is no proper transport system in place. So it is very important that infrastructure of a country is properly developed, wherein we have good roads, we have highways so that we can transport goods from one point to another, we have good railway system, even that can be used for transportation of goods, waterways, power facilities so that industries can function smoothly without any interruption. Not just that, we should have proper storage facilities. There are some commodities which are perishable, so proper storage facilities should be there so that we can store the goods and utilize them when in need. Apart from that, communication facilities, just like we should have good network coverage in all towns and cities so that communication is happening hassle free. There are no interruptions in communication, whether it is through mobile phone or through internet. Communication has to be very efficient. So like this, infrastructure facilities are very important for a business to run smoothly. So it is very important that in a nation good infrastructure facilities are there to support the business organization. Next is income levels. Now survival of any business depends upon customers. Now how can people become customers? Only if they have income. Until and unless you have money in your hand, you cannot spend it to buy goods and services. And business, why people are doing business? With an intention to sell goods and services. Okay, so for every business, customer is important. If there is no customer, there is no point of manufacturing goods and services. So it is very important that customers have good income. Only when they have income, then they will think of spending it for purchase of goods and services. But in country like ours, we know that more than 30% of the population is below poverty line. It is below poverty line means they do not have sufficient income to buy just their basic needs like food, clothing. So what to talk about these people who can buy comfort and luxurious goods. So it is very important that in a country there is good income level of the country, there are good jobs, so that people, when they have jobs, they will have income. When they have income, they will spend. When they will spend, business will be benefited. So income level also plays an important role for development or for growth of business. Next is population. Another important aspect of economic condition is population of a country. Now it is very important that country is having more of young and educated people. When country is having more young and educated population, in that case what happens is these young people, they can work hard, they can earn income, and they will spend on buying goods and services, and the economy and business organization can run nicely. But if the population is of old age population, consist more of old people, then these people will not spend on buying comforts and luxuries. So then there is no growth of business organization. When it comes to countries like India and China, we have more young and educated population, and this is helping the country to have large market, because when young and educated people are there, they will spend more on comforts and luxuries because they want good standard of living. And because of this, our country has attracted many MNCs. You can see many foreign companies are making investment in India because they can see market for their goods and services, because we have lot of young population in our country. So these companies want to sell their goods and services here. So you can see there are outlets like Domino's, McDonald's, which are increasing in number in our country because there is a lot of youth population in the country, and these companies are taking benefit of that. Next is savings and investment. Now for every business, capital is must. Capital, it can be your own or it can be raised from banks or financial institution, or you can issue shares and debentures to the people for your business organization. Because when I say business organization, we are talking about big business organization who cannot run business with their own funds. It is compulsory that either they have to borrow funds from banks or financial institutions, or they will have to issue equity shares or debentures. When they are thinking of raising the capital to expand their business, it is very important that people of the country have got proper income with them and they have the habit of savings. Because if all the people start spending their income, and if there are no savings with banks or financial institutions, then it will be very difficult for banks and financial institutions to lend loans to business organization. Until and unless banks have deposit, they cannot lend loans. So it is important that the population of a country has the habit of savings, either directly in equity shares or debentures, or they save with banks or any other financial institution. But it is very important that savings and investment are done by the people of the country to support business and other activities in the country. Next is distribution of income. Now, although income is being generated in the country, it is very important that distribution of income is done equally, because if rich people are getting more income and if poor people are remaining poor only, then there will be imbalance in the economy. So it is very important that the income is properly distributed between the people of a country, so that if rich people are getting more richer, then they will spend more on luxurious goods. And if poor people do not if poor people are getting certain benefits, they will spend only on basic commodities. So it is important that we have a balance. When we have balance, then we will have more of middle class population. When there is more middle class population, this middle class population will spend on all type of variety of goods and services, which will be beneficial for the business organization. So it is very important that income is distributed properly among all class of population, so that economy also is stable and even business organizations are into profitable state, because all the people have income and they can buy goods and services of their choice. Next is economic reforms. Now, development of every business organization requires helpful business environment. If there are a lot of restrictions on doing business, that is, if you have lot of licensing, then if you have lot of restrictions which are put by the government for doing private business, then nobody will think of doing business. They will think that doing job is better. But when there is freedom for the private sector to do any kind of business with minimum restriction, then it will encourage business policy, especially the LPG reforms, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization, which we will be studying in the next video in detail. That time you will understand how this economic reforms help the business organization to grow in the country. Now let us study next point, that is standard of living. Now what is standard of living? Standard of living of a country is measured in terms of consumption of comforts, luxuries and quality of life. These three things are important: consumption of comforts, luxuries and what is the quality of life. This speaks about standard of living, that is what kind of goods and services people are using. Now in countries like USA, they have got highest standard of living because their people spend more on comforts and luxurious goods because they have got good income. But when it comes to developing country like India, income is limited. So when income is limited, expenditure on buying comforts and luxuries will be limited. It again depends upon the spending capacity of the population of the country. So if the standard of living of the people is high, then business organizations are into profit because here people have income and they will spend every now and then to maintain their standard of living, right? So standard of living also plays an important role in determining the future of any business organization. Next is financial system. As we all know that finance is lifeblood of every business. Without finance or without money, business cannot run. Okay, so finance, it is very important that good financial services are there in a country, like banks, financial institution, who will help for the growth of business by supplying them with money and credit. Not just that, various financial services are also required, just like ATM, debit card, credit card. Now you can see we have digital payment apps like Google Pay, Phone Pay, etc. Now what these are doing, they are easing the task of the business organization. Now you need not carry hard cash with you. You can easily make payment through these apps. Okay, and you are saved from the risk of carrying hard money, which can be lost by theft, or if you forget somewhere you might lose it. But now you have apps to make payment. Okay, apart from that, you have got good financial services like EMI, installment facilities given to consumers. Why they are doing so? Because they are helping the business organization to sell more goods and services in the market. Earlier there was no EMI or installment system, so people used to buy less goods and services. Now because there is this EMI and installment system, you can see all the people are trying to purchase more goods and services because of good financial support. So it is very important that a country has good financial system in place to support the business organization. Next is level of economic development. Now developed countries have better opportunity of business growth because they have good market, easily availability of finance, good infrastructure and people who can spend on variety of goods and services. But when it comes to underdeveloped economies, they have large number of people, but these people do not have money or the customers who can spend to buy goods and services. They have got poor infrastructure facilities, lack of finance, no systematic market. All this become a hurdle for business growth. So it is very important that all these economic conditions are into proper place, which will encourage for the growth of business. Okay, So with this I conclude my session for today. Thank you.